So if you're paying attention to the real estate market, you have to see their forbearances are still in place. Right now, we have roughly about 2.7, 2.8 million active forbearances, according to thestreet.com. What is that telling us? People are still trying to figure out how to make these back payments up with their lender. How are they going to make this thing work? A lot of these people are going to just walk away. See, the forbearance period is where lenders allow borrowers to stop making their payments for a certain amount of time. But at the end of that time frame, some people are going to say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to make up these payments. They're just going to walk away. That's where we come into action. That's when the house goes into pre-foreclosure and then eventually possibly go to foreclosure, right? So today's video, we're going to be focusing on how do we talk to, how do we interface with, interact, and negotiate with people in pre-foreclosure as their house heads to the foreclosure auction. We're going to get straight with this today, because you can't just go in there and say, I'm going to buy your house right now. That doesn't work. Let's do this. Greetings, class. It's Chris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship and content creation. So today I was talking to a client last week and she said, Chris, you know what? I've been approaching these people in pre-foreclosure, trying to get them some money, trying to get them out of their house and get the situation solved. And they're just not receptive. They're not receptive. And I'm like, you know what? I was there. 2006, 7, 8, I've been there. I have learned that there are some very, very specific things you have to keep in mind, extremely specific, when you go talk to people that are in distress about not being able to make their mortgage payment, right? So today we're going to go over what you need to keep in mind when you're dealing with pre-foreclosures, and how do you keep, what do we want them? What do we want to tell them? So this is us. We're going to focus on our minds and then what's going on in their minds. Okay, so here's some quick housekeeping stuff. Don't forget, we got the Real Estate Wholesaling Academy coming up real soon. That's St. Patrick's Day. We got my secret weapons, Vince Gant and Greg Hucks. They are going to come in and just slaughter it. 2 full days, 5 hours a day, training on virtual assistants, cold calling, text messaging, how do you locate these sellers, and Vince is going to cover how to wholesale real estate using the MLS. How does he work with a realtor or a broker? I mean, dudes, they're doing some amazing stuff. So make sure you get signed up. That link is in the video description. Early registration will be open for the next few days. Don't miss it if you're interested in getting in money. See, wholesaling is how we get into real estate without using any credit and little to no cash, right? I started out wholesaling when I started. And the recordings for the mobile home 2-day masterclass is in the description below. I finally got that done for you. Stephanie McAnuff did an unbelievable job teaching you how to buy and sell and invest in mobile homes. And the foreclosure summit, my 1 full day foreclosure summit, is in the video description as well. That's where I show you how to locate these foreclosures and how to actually bid at the auction, step by step. That training is going to show you, once you get done with that training, you're going to know everything you need to know about going to bid at the foreclosure auction. Okay. And this evening tonight, our guest for the monthly book club will be Dennis Kimbrough. He's going to be my guest for the book club review as we go over Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. That's going to be today. So make sure you join us. Once again, that link is in the video description. Got a lot of stuff for you guys. Man, I need to put a calendar together for you. Don't miss all that stuff, guys. Okay, rewind it if you want to. There is like a little timeline at the bottom down there where you can bounce back and forth through this video. If you don't want to hear me talk about certain things, we'll be going over a lot of stuff today because I want you to get prepared for this coming crash, all right? So let's talk about you as you go to talk to and negotiate with and interface with and interact with people that are in pre-foreclosure. That means their house will be getting sold at the auction in the near future. Let's talk about you, your mindset. First, when you show up to the front door, you have to act as a consultant. You need to find out what is the best situation for them. What's best for them? Get out of your mind. Oh, Lord, I need this money. Good God Almighty, if I don't get this deal, Lord, you're suffering from deal-itis. Deal-itis, that's what I call it. I've coined that phrase, deal-itis. That's where you need a real estate deal so bad to pay them bills. Good God, and people can just smell it. They can tell when you show up to the house and you broke, all right? You should be thinking, none of you Zero. When we show up to the property, Miss Smith, I'm here to help you. What can I do for you? I'm always there to serve you. I think that's why, as we pass 6 million views, I think that's why our YouTube channel has done so well, because I'm literally here to serve you. I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about the best way I can serve you, right? You think of none of you, all of them. Be a consultant. Don't be the big bad investor. Miss Smith, I can buy your house right now. I'm going to buy this house. I remember one time, matter of fact, when I bought this house, a guy came up to me and said, you know what? I want to buy this house. I'll buy it from you right now. I'm like, who are you? I wish you would try to come. You crazy. I'm not selling. I'm not interested in selling. And your homeowner that's in pre-foreclosure, they're the same. They're thinking the same thing. Oh man, I'm going through these problems. I got all this deal. I'm behind on payments. I got some other payments that are behind. Could have a student loan that's behind. Electricity, power bill could be behind. So you don't know what's going through their mind. So if you show up as a big bad, I'm going to get paid investor, what is that going to do? What is that going to do? It's going to turn them immediately off. So do not show up as a big bad investor. I'm going to buy your house. Okay. We don't do that. We have to have empathy. Empathy when we approach these people. What does that mean? Not thinking less of yourself. You don't think less. Nobody's better than me. You just think of yourself less. Think of yourself less, roundup, when you go to talk to these people. None of me, all of you. Okay. Humility. Be humble when you go to talk to these people. Miss Smith, hey, how you doing? My name is Chris, blah, blah, blah. I'm just an ordinary guy trying to see what I can do to possibly help you. And just shut up. Don't come in overbearing. Humble. I'm coming as a servant. I'm coming as a servant, right? Compassion. What does that mean? Concern for the misfortunes of others. I'm so concerned that you are going through it. Sometimes this compassion gets me in a lot of trouble. I'm doing a deal now. I let the seller stay in the house I let her stay in the house for 2 weeks. She ends up staying in the house for almost a month and a half, right? She's still in the house. I can't even get her. So sometimes I have too much compassion, but when you're dealing with people in pre-foreclosure, concern for them, your mindset has to be, I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. Just like right now, I'm serving you. I'm doing this video for you, not for me. I already know this stuff, right? So I'm here working for you. I've got compassion for the people that are watching this video, right? I'm full of compassion. Sometimes really gets me in trouble. Really gets my wife, good God. We don't want to go there, but she's on top of me. Too much compassion. Our full mindset when we show up, how can we help you? How can we help you? That's the main thing we want to keep in mind. None of us, all of them, how can we help? All right. So this is your mindset. If we can get past the us, I think a lot of us read in a book by I can't remember his first name. I think it's Yuri. Negotiating with ourselves. I think that's the biggest issue that we have. Negotiating with ourselves. I can get you prepared to negotiate with the adversary, but I can't get in you. It's hard for me to reconnect and reconfigure all this stuff up in your head. That's the stuff that gets us in trouble. Okay. So this is you. Keep this in mind for yourself when you show up to the house. Okay, them, what are they thinking? What are they thinking in all this craziness that's going on? Losing my house, where am I going to go? Who knows about this? I don't want people to know. The first thing that they're thinking is WIIFM. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Why should I even be listening to you? Why are we talking? What am I going to get out of this deal? I'm already losing my house. So you have to consider constantly, okay, what am I doing for you? Miss Smith, I'm doing this. I can do this. Boom, boom, boom. I can do this. What do you need? Okay, I can do that. First thing we need to understand when we approach them, do they want to stay or go? Miss Smith, at the end of the day, do you want to stay or go? Well, I was thinking if I could do this, I might want to stay here. But you know what? Ultimately, I don't know if I can make this payment because the payment's too high. Do you want to stay or go? We need to find out in their mind. Are they thinking? What are they thinking? Are they thinking about staying or are they thinking about going, right? So we have to narrow that down with our negotiating strategies, right? Have to narrow that down. Do they want to stay or go? A big thing. So if they're in their mind, because some people are like, you know what? I don't know if I want to stay. I don't know. It's so much emotion. When you're dealing with, I got to tell you, my mentor, guy lost, I think 13 houses, 13. And I'm standing here right next to him. I'm like, hey, I'm an investor. I can help you. Every time I made a proposal to him, he didn't want to do anything with it. So I know when you're standing in the foreclosure situation, when you're headed to foreclosure, you're in pre-foreclosure, very stressful, hard for your brain to wrap around all the stuff that's going on. Am I going to get put out? Can I renegotiate my terms? Can I go borrow the money to make the back payments? Can they put the back payments on the end of the loan? So many things going through your mind. Can I go get another job to make these payments? So it's so emotional. You can't think straight. I know, y'all. Matter of fact, I've been there. I've been through foreclosure myself. So I know when you're in it, so emotional. So we need to help them understand, do you want to stay or go? Ask them and just stay in that lane. Ms. Smith, we usually deal with one of three types of people. I'm talking to them. This is when you're interfacing with them. Oh, yeah? Well, tell me what that is. The first person, Ms. Smith, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to tell you, we do this all the time, right? I do this all the time. I've seen houses go to foreclosure. I've seen people be put on the street. I've seen people go to court, try to fight it, Ms. Smith. I've seen it all. We usually run into three types of people. One, first person, they want to just ride it out. They're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. They're going to wait till the lender comes and puts them on the street. I have seen it. I've seen it. I've seen people being put out on the street. Is that you? Are you number one? Well, just be quiet. And then usually they'll say, well, what's number two? So I don't know what it is about that number three. Everybody there's three in our society, in our culture, right? Number two, how much money can I get before I have to how much money can I get to move me on in life? Ms. Smith, the second person we deal with is the person that wants to get as much money as they can so they can move on with their lives. Number two, the person will repeat that. The second person we deal with, that person wants to get as much money as they can so they can move on with their lives. Oh man, that number two, this is the one. Number two is what we're looking for. I might need to move that around to three. Generally speaking, because three, I don't know why people usually pick three. Like the three is, I've done these tests before, and threes, there's a science behind it, but three, people usually pick the third option. So let's move this around. So how much money can I get so I can move on with my life? This is what we're looking for. Then we can come in and do the deal, right? We can give them some money, maybe take over the payments, maybe cash them out, maybe buy the property so they can move on, right? So two, then they're going to say, okay, well, Kris, what's number three? Well, the third person we deal with, Ms. Smith, they just need some more time to get their life together in the house. They just need a little bit more time. So these are the three that I have seen over the years of dealing with pre-foreclosures. They need a little more time. So in this instance, what we'll do something called a self-filing bankruptcy, where we go in and show them how to file bankruptcy and they get the case number and do all that stuff. If you're interested in that, I can put a link if you guys want to learn more about that, how to stop a foreclosure. That's a skill that has treated me very well over the years, y'all. Learning how to stop a foreclosure will turn you into a master, and it will make homeowners that are going into foreclosure love you. They will want to hug you and they want to give you, they will, good gracious, if you show somebody how to stop a foreclosure, they will love you. So at the end of the day, Ms. Smith, which one are you? Which one are you? Which one of the three? Well, Kris, I think I just need a little more time. Well, that's where we go back into, boom, consultant, thinking none of us. A lot of us want to go in, man, I need that deal. I want to close that deal so bad. You want the money. Can't do that. We cannot buy a house unless the seller signs the documents deeding us the property. Keep that in mind. I never forget, the pastor said one day, Kris, every house you bought, somebody had to sell it to you. Somebody had to sell it to you, unless you bought it at the foreclosure steps. That way they took it from them, right? But generally speaking, and in pre-foreclosures, someone's going to have to deed you the property, okay? So for the need more time people, you're a consultant, think none of you. You're here to help. How can we help? Okay, well, let me show you how to file a self-filing bankruptcy. Boom. That's where we go down that road. Number two, how much money can I get to move on with my life? All right, cool. Well, let me find out what you owe. Would you mind signing this authorization to release information so I can go speak to the lender to find out what the reinstatement fees are and exactly what the payout? That's when we go down that road. Ride it out till the wheels fall off. Ms. Smith, some people want to ride it out till the bank comes and put them on the street. I can't help you. You want to ride it out? Nothing I can do for you. Here's my card. Give me a call when you want to, if you need any help. So we can help these two. People want to ride it out. Number one, can't help them. I always say, listen, some people just want to wait to see. We're going to wait and see. I stopped living by that mantra years ago. Let's wait and see. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. So let's wait. But if you want, you can kind of push them a little bit. Well, Ms. Smith, I don't really do the wait and see thing, but I'll be more than happy to kind of give you some referrals if that's what you need. So we're gonna ride it out to the bank puts us on the street, yo. I don't want them to do that, right? I'm saying that lovingly. I don't want that to happen to anybody. So here is what's in their mind. I'm telling you because I've talked to, I don't even know how many people I've dealt with in pre-foreclosure. This is an emotional time for them. It's unbelievable. I was with my mentor for years. He lost, I went to the foreclosure auction on every house. Boom, boom, boom. I seen him lose them all. In his mind, he was thinking, I'm gonna save these houses. It's something that just goes on in our minds when we're headed to foreclosure. You just can't think straight. All right, get your mind right as you show up to the property, and then you know what they're what they're thinking as you're interfacing with them, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. I got my new prop here. We just got it in. Isn't this cool? Subscribe to the channel Roundup. I love you. Thank you for letting me pour into you. Get signed up for the Wholesaling Academy. It is going to be something. It's going to be a special event. 10 hours. 10 hours of 2 real estate wholesalers that quit their jobs to go wholesaling full time. They're doing it in the street, sticky kitchen. These are the guys that I call when I have questions about all the moving parts with the seller that I can't figure out, right? I don't know all the answers. I have people on speed dial and I want to introduce them to you, okay? So subscribe to the channel, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Look, check this out. We got a new prop in. Isn't that cool? Just came in. Like this content, hit that bell so you know when we will be going live again. Share with any other investors that are interested in getting into the real estate business and pursuing these pre-foreclosures. You best to know how to negotiate with these people. If you don't, you're going to be beating your head against the wall, just like that investor that I talked to last week. She's like, Kris, I'm talking to these people. They don't want to sell. God know what you put them in the box. 1 of 3, right? 1 of 3. Roundup, I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.